So I believe I have figured this out, dude. No doubt about it. So essentially, what Jesus, again, very specific here when I speak these words to you. I'm not talking about a separate entity from you called Jesus or a separate entity from you called Lucifer. I'm not. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you. No matter what I say out of my mouth, I'm going to be speaking about you. No matter where I'm pointing, it's going to be about you. Realize this. So, I've got these parts. I found for sure 5 parts. And then I realized the fifth part is the real you. So there's 4 parts. You can get these 4 parts down to 2 parts, and the last 2 parts you're going to be looking at is Jesus and Lucifer. Now you have to make these two become one. And the irony in this is they're the same entity. They're just looking at things from a different lens, and I'll go into that and explain that. But what are you trying to overthrow? See, this is something that I've tried to make obvious to you without just coming straight out and telling you. Where are you at? Who are you really? Who are you? Who are you? Where are you at? Where you at? What are you doing here? These questions right here have fucking gold in them. Like I'm talking about, if you fully understood this, you could bypass all this bullshit. Emotions, negative thoughts, fear. And you could bypass all that. So ask these questions. Again, I'm going to give you the answer to what we're trying to overthrow. But again, I'm going to keep bringing this up. If I sound like a broken record, then I sound like a broken record, but you need to understand this and hear this. What is causing these things to happen? What's causing the coincidences to happen? What's causing, when you think about something, what's causing that to happen? What's causing you to hear that or see that out in the world later on? Like, do you understand how deep this truly goes? Like, I'm talking about, this goes, again, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but appreciate this. Every song you've ever listened to, every movie you've ever watched, every show, documentary, cartoon, every book you ever read, every fucking YouTube video you've ever watched is for you. You. Yes, fucking you. This illusion is deep on multiple levels, man. It's deep as fuck. There's levels to it. You know this. So once you get past a certain level, you're gonna turn around and for one, you're gonna be happy as fuck. You're gonna be extremely proud of yourself. You're going to be mind blown and mind fucked that you were able to do this, and that love was the answer on every level possible, and that you were pretty much just telling yourself a bullshit story. So it's gonna look like child's play, I'm telling you. There will become a point in time to where, because I'm making the claim, we're turning this into heaven for at minimum 1,000 years, no death, no disease, bringing people back that you currently believe died. I'm saying that to you, and again, you probably believe that's a huge thing to do. But what I'm telling you is there will become a point where you snap out of it and realize, oh, that's fucking child's play. Yeah, that's child's play. Don't look at it like that, though. Never look at it like that. Take advantage and be amazed and be grateful and thankful of the small things, because these small things is what builds up the big things. And the big thing, see, one's not more important than the other. It's not that the small things are more important than the big things. It's just that, or the big things are more important than the small things. It's just, you have to appreciate the small things and see the big picture, and then appreciate the big picture. So, what was it trying to overthrow? Now, this is beautiful. It was trying to overthrow the idea of God. God. Because what I'm making the claim to be is fucking dehydrated, man. What I'm making the claim to be is that God is love. Like, God at the highest level is magic and love. Unlimited magic, unconditional true love. So that's what we're going for. We're not trying to overthrow that. That is God. That is God. So let me explain. So God here, the God that is most perceived here and commonly referred to here, is the tyrannical father version of God. It is the judgmental asshole version of God. It is the everything has to go my way, and if it don't go exactly my way, fuck you version of God. It is a tyrant. It is, and this is the thing, this God claims to be the one true only God, but the one true I'm telling you this, really pay attention and listen. The true God, because be very honest, one thing created it. There was a one true and only God, but this God created others and does not want to be looked at from a higher level. So the true God wants to be equal, does not want to be above anyone, does not want anyone above it. So the real one true only God would not make the claim, I'm the real one true only God, in a bullshit way to be like that. So realize that, man. The one true only God would want a round table and would not want to be looked at like that. So people's idea of God is incredibly fucked up here. People's perception of reality in themselves are extremely fucked up here. People's view on how you should live life and what they put up on a pedestal is extremely fucked up here. So for an example, the mass majority of things that you see because at the core of this, I truly believe this is heaven with a veil over it. So once we remove that veil, it will return to Eden or heaven or paradise or nirvana or whatever word you want to say here. So the thing is, though, we have to overthrow that negative mindset, a limited mindset. That's what we're overthrowing. We're overthrowing the fucked up vision of God here. We're overthrowing the negative and physical and mundane and boring and cruel and just stuck in place version of reality with the doubts, the fear, the trauma, the abuse, the resentment, judgment, bitterness. I mean, we're overthrowing this. You don't want to live like that. And I'm making the claim that we have already done it. The only thing we're waiting on now is just a couple things to sync up. And we're golden. There has to be some work done though. You'll never hear me get on here and say, "Oh, you have to do work and work really hard," because the only work I'll ever implore you to do is internal work. Don't fucking not with the outside. Only if you're helping others. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, hard work, I would never tell you to go out here and work somewhere or work hard doing it. So I'm just saying, work on yourself and help others if you can along the way. So that is what it was trying to overthrow. That's what we are trying to overthrow. And I'm going to end this, but I am just going to say this one more time because I can't make this more fucking crystal clear, brother, sister. This is a goddamn. So if this is an illusion, which You can verify. This is something I want you to do me a favor. Everyone that's watched me and listened to me. Have you verified what I've told you, yes or no? Think it through in your mind. Have you verified that I'm you talking to you? Have you done that? Have you verified that whatever God is, you are that thing, or at least intimately connected to it? Have you verified that? Have you verified this is not a physical reality the way you have perceived it and believed it to be? Have you verified that manifestation is very real? Have you verified this? So these are just a few things that I've presented that I feel like has been verified. So when I'm making the claim that you're only this, I mean, dude, you're that motherfucking close to being able to enter the kingdom fully and create and become lucid. If I tell you, if you verified everything I've made the claim, and the only thing I'm saying that's left to do is do X, Y, and Z. Once you do X, Y, and Z, creation is right there at your fingertips. It already is, but you have to realize it. You have to realize you've been creating this as you went. You have to realize you're creating it as like with thoughts, feelings, what you tell yourself, what you perceive to be real, believe, etc. Little details you put on things, little bullshit chains you throw out that get attached and take all your energy. Like I'm telling you, if you can deal with whatever you have to deal with, stay in the moment, trust and believe, open your heart up, and change your mind, you will be presented with a gift far beyond anything that you can currently perceive or imagine. So my real question is, this is something I want to present to you, because this is what happens. You start elevating up to your higher self, you understand some things and realize some things, then you go right back down because you start overthinking and overanalyzing and start telling yourself bullshit in your mind. It's what happens. So and that's at a certain point. I mean, that's natural. It happens. No need to beat yourself up. But after a certain point, it is willful ignorance. It is without a doubt willful ignorance. So what you do is you grab your attention, your focus, and you put it right back to the highest level you've experienced and understood. Constantly do that. Constantly redirect your focus, attention. And keep it up there, because, man, if I'm telling you, you verified everything. Like every single thing I've made the claim, you verified. You verified everything. There's only one claim that you've not fully verified. So my question to you is, why would you say you don't care and fucking stop right when you're at the good part? It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to yourself. It's disrespectful as fuck to me, honestly, but it's more so disrespectful to yourself. Maybe you should care. Have you ever thought about that? Have you ever thought about that? Maybe you should care. You know, goddamn, big surprise there. You know, I know that's a shocker to care about something, but this is what happens, man, and you don't realize it until you're not realizing it any further. I mean, you have to realize it. You get caught and stuck into other people's opinions and feelings. You replay a fucking scenario and a story in your mind. You create an echo chamber of your own thoughts. And then you get stuck in this stupid shit like religion and spirituality and letting people dictate and boss you around. If you really understood what I'm trying to give to you, if you really understood what the claims I'm making and what I'm really, really, truly saying and what is for fucking real, what's for real and what's a bullshit illusion you're stuck in, if you fully understood the gift I was trying to give you, the gold that I have tried to give you and have gave you, and if you fully understood, you just don't fully understand this. So quit thinking you understand every fucking thing and everything's like this and that, and you getting caught up in stupid shit. Like, going right back down rabbit holes and saying you don't care. Like, I'm trying to give you a key to creation and you don't care. Okay. Just remember, I genuinely tried to tell you and help. And I'm still going to help and try, but I mean, come on now. Disrespectful, dude. To an extent. So. It's just, after a certain point, it is willful ignorance. I need you to understand that. After a certain point, you have to really understand what you want and don't. And if I'm making the claim, you're literally in heaven right now with one foot in purgatory, and all you have to do is drop those bags, believe and trust, quit telling yourself shit, and then you're in the kingdom with creation at your fingertips. And so if I'm making the claim you can live a completely different life than the one you're accustomed to up until this point, you don't even die, you don't go anywhere, nothing happens. It's just like you wake up and you're actually living in reality, with anything being possible. I'm making that claim and you don't care. You do care is the problem. You don't understand what you're talking about. How do you say that to people? Because it's so, like, part of me just wants to, like, quit. Like, okay, brother, sister, I've tried to help you repeatedly. I've told you this repeatedly. Like, you're going to have to do some work now. Part of me wants to do that, and then part of me is like, I understand the mindset and how miserable it is. And even though this is what this person's saying, it's not even really what they really want. And it kind of puts you in a weird situation, because you're like, well, then it makes you feel like, it's like, well, a person could look at you and say, yeah, you think you know more about what I want and need than I do? And then it starts a big thing. But it's like, yeah, because what you think you want, need, or whatever is directly related to bullshit that you don't even fully understand. And you think you have to, or you think you need to, or you think you're supposed to. It's like, man, I'm trying to give you a gift beyond any gift. I'm trying to give you a key to infinity. I'm trying to give you a fucking golden key to infinity, with creation, love, inner peace, all this attached to it. And I don't care. I don't know. It's like, you can see what's about to happen, and you can see what's going to happen, and you can explain it to people, but they don't give a fuck. It's like they have to find out themselves. And never, never, never make the claim that your mind has completed its journey and that's it. Like, you don't understand what you're saying. Your mind, the way this is set up, your mind never reaches the end of its journey, because it's infinity. Now, if you want to say my human mind's reached the end of its journey, great, but don't ever make the claim that just because you realize I'm you talking to you and you're God, that you've reached the end of anything. That's just the beginning. Game of form in the play of life. I am you talking to you. I have always and will always be you talking to you. So, hey, finish rubbing this stuff out of your eyes so we can do something. So we can live. I am ready to wake up. I am ready to wake up. I'm done pretending. So, I love you. Wake up.